this one away. This kid's in the end zone. It'll come out to the 25. He will not attempt to return. 25-yard line. First and 10, Florida. From the shotgun, here's Wright. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 35. The first play of the drive was success. 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And it'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
He's done a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low as opposed to get into a ball sometimes. Securing the point of attack, especially against the mid-riding guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority one.
Just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back when we start training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass! Ball's in there.
That's my favorite.
Huh?
Interception. That means they're going to find someone to block the real blitz and stay on your feet. And they get it done.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. So this is going to be the end zone. And let's just take a seat and try to get at the 25-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here.
Give your team a chance to score. Just have to be careful because if the organization defense can't catch you, that is the contrary. That's the possession.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Gain of 2 there on the Eagles on 1-yard pickup on first.
That's not what the man just made that stop, isn't it? He's more than that. This guy's legal and quick. This is a 6-seater. He just made a great play there.
It's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 48-yard line. Now they get on its way. Looking to throw. Matthews. Charles, 20-0 already. Extra point pending.
You ever see that term that you race someone? Race. Motorcycle race. Play wherever you want right now. They are going too fast.
Right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-0. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. This one not being brought out. It's a touchback. At their own 20-line, the Gator offense ready to get this next drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. Ball on the 30.
That was love, like.
They are clicking right now.
What the fuck? He really caught that bit like. What the fuck? That boy caught that bit like. Gimme.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now it's Langford. It's a first down. Charles, we talked about it earlier, their last game together, and this is a big touchdown connection between the dynamic duo.
And I love the fact that in preparation for this game, you thought that they would have a big game together, and you're right so far. 2 touchdowns, and think about it this way, they'll be able to help through each. They're trying to get to their own. Didn't want to touch it before the game. They're sending it back to the high school. Is that accurate?
Yeah, Tommy Matthews was joking with us after that interview we had. He said, if he gets that third, you're right, he's shipping it right back to the high school. To put it in the trophy case, we'll see if it comes to fruition. Big play here to start the drive. Now another 14 yards as they pick up the first. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Ellington. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. That'll be incomplete. But a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. But coming to the line now, facing it for 10 after the incompletion. He looks to throw. They set up this review that's going to lead. And he's going to come up with 3 yards short. Back down to the 45. Good for only 6, and it leaves him with a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was going to be together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
No returning this one. Sails out of bounds. And it's right at the 20. At their own 20-yard line. Here's the University of Miami. Their offense ready to get the drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and answer your lead. Just hit there. But you can change things in a big way. I said go ahead and take the knee. Get out of for the half.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. But it winds up falling incomplete. Back to the second down. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one close quickly. It'll force the incompletion.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Thanks for going to.
Why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? There's good chance.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given yourself a chance to go into intermission.
Yeah, you change the momentum of the game.
now with a 1st and 10. half of the halftime break. That didn't slow.
Shit.
Touchdown. Here's the Miami kick team. This is this one away. It's taken off 4 yards deep. It's decided to not rush this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Attempting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And it's easily blocked and turns to the side.
He could have still caught it, like.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team still throws with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. They took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical. They forced that incompletion.
Everything's looking pretty good on the scoreboard. They're going to keep the offense out there.
Yeah.
And go for it here on defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He gets it to the one. The ball's right there. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Miami. Great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. And that'll increase their lead to the 28. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. This carries into the end zone. This will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. 25-yard line. The Gator offense ready to get this next drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down. Turned it over. Gave him right good. Sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Right, Smith catches left side. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. As again, with just under 90 seconds remaining. To throw his way.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's got a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
With such little time remaining, and the ball will go over rundowns on the short side of the field. That one looks like he'll fall here.
Big move on.
It's been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. Let's face it, this has been a master class.
They got a effective line here. They'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
I just slap his dumb ass.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that was incomplete.
Look at that move.
As these guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And for me, the SF side last year just started grading widely on your sideline. I'm getting your credit for that.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the Orioles facing on the game. Extra point splits the other base. It'll leave the swell by one more. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. This team to get 54 yards deep. This one out. It's a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for Hyatt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Bitch.
They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. So that'll do it. For the first time since 2001, the Hurricanes are the national champions. So that truly a champion's performance. Rutgers going on the offensive side of the football. And they finish things off this time as they will be crowned the champions of the college football world.
What do you mean? I know you could go to the draft last year. Well, that was certainly...
So the NFL Combine, spent so much time preparing for it. But some things, you can't ever say you're fully ready for it. That's how the week felt for me. No. Oh, this cannot be happening. Okay. Oh, man, okay. Think. Where was the last place you looked at?
If you knew where you last saw them, they wouldn't be lost now, would they?
Yeah. Thanks. But I hope you are. You're rich?
Say it with me now. Eisen.
Right, Eisen. You're rich Eisen. Big fan. And I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but they're a little damp. They're really damp. Did you go swimming in these?
Thought you said you were a fan. If you were, then you know I just ran my annual Run Rich Run 40 for charity.
Right. How'd it go?
Let's just say my days of keeping up with Saquon Barkley are behind me. Maybe you'll fare better than I did out there.
What was your time?
5.98.
Well, I can't do any worse. I haven't seen statues move faster than that.
Alright, well, I want you to go out there and post a time of at least 4.6. Think you can swing that?
With as much as...
Welcome to another exciting edition of the NFL Scouting Hub. I'm Rich Eisen, and I'll be your tour guide as we meet the next crop of elite NFL talent. We're going to start things off with my personal favorite, the event that can break the spirit of any man, the 40-yard dash. First up, we've got one half of America's heart-rate kids. An intriguing draft prospect, to say the least.
Holy shit. 4-4? Oh, shit.
We'll see him up next for the skills portion of this year's NFL Scouting Combine.
Shit. Ooh. Well, today, a little bit of a select few guys who have just cemented their place as one of the top picks in the upcoming NFL draft. Until next time, I'm Rich Eisen. Welcome to the 2020 NFL Draft. Welcome back to the first round. What a phenomenal pick.
This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. This is your development trait. Superstar and Superstar X Factor players will progress faster over time. You can improve your development trait by being one of the top performers in the league at your position.
There's a flag on the plate. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the plate. Hold up. There's a flag on the plate. Let me touch down. I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped a bag on the tag. Eating that. Make them throw a flag when I pass. Come through splash. All the time, girl, they hit the hole. Then I'm ready. Get money. You ain't trying to get that nigga flag on the plate. Hanging from the sideline. A flag on the plate. Like Julio with them Falcons. I just made a play. In the red zone. Going strong. Watch me shake and bake. I just took off with that rock. Just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks. That's the whole field. He don't want no championship. Get him out of here. I just gotta say, like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta say, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake. Make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worried about no formers. We ain't staying there. Running off the block. Yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a fella. How you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple. I'm on yellow like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped a bag on the tag, eating that. Make them throw a flag, let I pass, come through splash. All the time, girl, they hit the hole, then I'm running. They tryna get that nigga flag on the plate. Hanging from the sideline, a flag on the plate. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a Panther out of other standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Prince water. Lamar Jackson, how I throw the Ravens cross the border. Hold up, you know the touchdown was safe. Running the whole like a running man on the play. Intercept the pass like a safety, your boy handshake play. That's a flag on the plate. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped a bag on the tag, eating that. Make them throw a flag, let I pass, come to splash. All the time, girl, they hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that nigga flag on the plate. Hanging from the sideline, a flag on the plate. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn pain, you the kill able. A last lane trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All night, I'm going to be a rebel after this. I might go in water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see you. It doesn't roll, does it look good? They got a little road, got a little road. I know I'm not the special, but I something to me. I'll never give up your focus. I can't give me some of the lights. I'm trying to go in from everybody. Want to straight so come look at you. Keep it my little heart. So I my money. Trying to find a picture surrounding that time. Surrounding that time. It's all to I'm getting the pressure. From the source and notice people to the commercial.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, that's a man my new. Don't try to hit you, I know what to do. Let me come down with you, you got me confused. Sure you gon' pay the price, but that's not how you meet you. Size in the culture, get you with the get ultra. I knew you was a vulture, holy ghost get the usher. No, I got pressure, shock you now you closer. Crashing down house color, so solo. Holding out through the rubber, reminiscing of the time when we gonna be something in the middle. Gotta stay on it, ride a rush up with 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 it. Agitated illusion, only good for confusion. The latest institution, modern execution. Left for the solution, maybe not shit I do. But just put it in the music, just put it in the music.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Rushing for your hand. You'll make it out. got rich and went running, got rich again, just a little hiccup. I didn't bought in this pickup. Being so hungry, I had to eat cushion. I didn't let it go mix. But you remember she mixed. Man, I one of those folks that we caught on the road and she caught up her friend. They kissed and we did this and that's how we get. Explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and rain, can I kick it? Yeah. There has to be a thing, how I got it, how I did it. Yeah. Then the whole half had a flag, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? It's the strength I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, they complain, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? I went live and know what I was. They don't wanna lie to do that, cuz. They like it, check my blood. These right here, check my blood. Now they don't really talk about blood. Now they don't really talk about blood. I think they're in speech blood. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with a cash? What's hate to a guy with a man? What's broke to a guy with a man? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna get it, that's all I ask, like. Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and rain, can I kick it? Yeah. There has to be a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Then the whole half had a flag, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? It's the strength I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, they complain, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
This rookie class is very deep, and perhaps no one is more hyped from this class than Tommy Matthews, old partner in crime, who was just selected in the top 10. My level of excitement for the start of the season is perhaps only rivaled by my excitement to see just what that kid's capable of doing on an NFL field. There hasn't been this kind of hype and intrigue since Tesla's Cybertruck release. So the big question I have for this year is, will this rookie sensation succumb to the hype, or will he rise to the top? Guess we'll find out soon enough after the Week 1 games get underway.
Being such a high draft pick comes at a cost. Mainly, everyone expecting you to resurrect the franchise. What helped you adjust the NFL life?
I must have carried my playbook with me everywhere. If I ever wanted to prove myself as a leader on this team, I had to know everyone's responsibilities.
right, men, bring it in tight, bring it in tight. Let me tell you something. That was the best practice of the season. Not a single mental mistake. That's the type of practice championship teams have. Keep it up.
Irresponsible without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we can foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot.
It's not easy being a rookie. The excitement, the pressure, the fanfare, the interviews, the draft process. Plus, there's a lot of players banking on you to make them successful too.
It was still early days, but my teammates and I were getting to know each other, building the bonds that would keep us strong and competitive through the coming season. It was a press conference before our first game of my rookie season, but the reporters didn't waste any time filling me in on what the world was saying. I'm glad they asked, because it helped me hone in on my ultimate goal. I was going to work as hard as I could to make sure the team and I were holding up the Lombardi Trophy at the next Super Bowl.
MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Stephen Gostkowski set into a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Steelers take over 1st and 10.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. And they'll begin by running the option. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
The pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete.
The pass.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First down.
But, Charles, you think about the quarterback position in the National Football League. Look, I think we can agree you can't win without a good one, and this organization was sold on this young man from the very beginning.
They certainly were. They loved what they saw from him in college. I think a lot of it was the ability to process quickly and make decisive decisions. Able to get rid of the football to the right targets, never ruffle. And it's a beautiful thing if you're that guy where you come in, you know, right away. You're the guy. This is your team. You acclimate as this.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
James Washington, 48 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
For the point after.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the points that they just had against them.
That's good.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And at the 30-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Barkley on the handoff.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, Jones. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
That's good.
And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Through an opening, and there he goes.
Yeah, it's on.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
From the gun, Jones. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Caught right side, Tate. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Running right through him to the right side to Eric Ebron.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. A nice throw right there, Charles. And this is a quarterback who said he wants to take this team to the playoffs because he was asked this week, what do you want more? You want to go to the playoffs, or would you rather win Rookie of the Year? I think we would understand why he would say, let's get to the playoffs.
Well, it's a smart play for a guy who's the face of the franchise, who's leading the team. You know, if you're the quarterback, You always want to put team goals ahead of individual ones. Let's be frank about the whole thing. Yes, he wants to get to the playoffs, but he wants to do it well enough where he is also the Rookie of the Year. It's great recognition. It's a bonus in your contract. But even more importantly than that, it tells the rest of the league that you're playing at a really high level.
Popularity for him not a problem right now because we are told by everybody that the team store have a little trouble keeping his jersey in stock.
Yeah, it's been something because I have relatives who are all calling me saying, hey, how can I get his jersey? I send them right to the team website, buy his jersey yourself.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for James Washington. Incomplete. DeAndre Baker there defensively.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll toss this out right for Connor. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has a lot of credit.
Valentine to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
2nd and 10.
Jones back to the air on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. Corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Switzer. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to. And he's locked in on it pretty well right now. And I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if a guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
You think every starter sort of has the number? This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 62 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Valentine to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Valentine to return. And And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
Sacked there by Cameron Hayward, an all-pro in the 2019 season. He's been consistently good throughout his career. 29 sacks in his last 3 seasons. Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Switzer on the return. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday nighter. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this, Charles, the final game of the return to football weekend 2020, but we'll be right back at it in 3 days from now. Thursday night football, Cincinnati and Cleveland. No love lost between those two. A good one in the AFC North. Thursday, 8:20 Eastern on EA Sports. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
operating from the gun. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
A good carry and a 1st down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger. James Conner only 700.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Valentine to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
New York ready to go again offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, is intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Jones pass.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Jones pass.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Bud Dupree coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree, his 2nd sack of the night.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. And just shutting him off there. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. An impressive 75-yard punt return as his guys continue to pour it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Ballantyne to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less, since fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 30, 20, 10.
Bud Dupree. The quarterback forced out of...
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
James Conner, the ball carrier.
James Conner, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. Then the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
New York set to take the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 28. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
James Conner with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. Then the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it.
For Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Ballantyne to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Corey Ballantyne on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
6-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, he'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Jones pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Pittsburgh.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh 1st.
A gain of 12.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Conner. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
On the play, 2nd and goal.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Ballantyne to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's pulled in at the 32. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 20. 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 money. Set the tone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And he'll bang that one through. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Ballantyne to return. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Pittsburgh, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
The regular season was off to a hot start, and I was full of confidence when I stepped up to the podium. If the press wanted a quote, I was going to give them one to remember. I said my piece. Gave them a good quote to run with, too. I stepped away. But despite my answer, I knew the games ahead would determine if the hype was real or just hot air.
I remember that day. I mean, the game plan flowed through you, but everyone has someone they can lean on. Which teammate helped you the most?
The whole team respected his opinion. He was sort of the veteran voice of the team everyone looked up to. No matter how things went, I knew I could count on him.